The waves were much higher and far more frightening than they were supposed to be. A storm. Oh my God.
Oh my
Oh my God.
Sorry. 1 second, sorry.
We are recording an audiobook for our brand new book, The Hidden Power of Fucking Up.
That's right, if you hate reading, this video is for you.
Chapter 1.
This is gonna be such a long day with all of us in here together.
I've kind of always dreamed of being a voice actor.
Tumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm.
Just a super fun job.
That's when we saw the
Audiobooks are very different from what we normally do here in videos.
Oh, my face!
You know, on YouTube, you're big and you're loud and you're trying to speak fast. An audiobook is supposed to be more intimate.
Day Street Books and Harper Audio present
The Hidden Power of Fucking Up.
That was great.
Skyrim, they did Skyrim here!
Close your eyes and open up your ears because today the Try Guys are talking at ya.
I was, for lack of a better word, a drag zombie.
Now Zach is reading, blah, blah, blah. I'm Zach, la, 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 la.
Each of us are doing a solo day, and then on Friday, we're all coming in together. That way we can kind of bounce off each other.
Ned and Eugene lifted Zach from the icy water.
Don't laugh. That was the sound of me being pulled up.
Okay.
So we have a week to record 200 and something pages of book.
Right now, the opening is read as Keith all the way through.
The Try Guys are not all great at speaking all the time.
We did not try it!
So we're bringing in a vocal coach.
Beautiful.
Hi guys,
Hi.
I'm Faith Rumer and I'm a voice coach and also an acting coach and a dialect coach.
Do you have any secret clients?
Well, I worked with an Academy Award winning actress.
Wow. Was it Jennifer Lawrence?
I was also thinking Jennifer Lawrence.
Is it Jennifer Lawrence?
No,
Natalie Portman.
no.
That'd be too exciting.
Charlize Theron.
The first thing is you want to stretch. When your body's all tight up here, you can't speak very well.
This feels amazing.
It feels great, doesn't it?
What do you do and how do you help people talk better?
Well, it depends on what's going on with them. So some people need more voice work and some people need more speech work. Good, and then just let yourself roll up one vertebra at a time. So voice work is about the sound of your voice, whether it's breathy and if it's loud enough.
Is anyone else out of breath from just that?
I'm sweating a lot.
Yeah, because that was a lot for me.
And then speech is all of the articulation and how we speak, and some of you have more on one side, some of you have more on the other.
Today is sound recording day. This is the booth. This is where the magic happens.
Whoa, wait a minute, this is...
Frontwards kiss.
We're gonna mic you close, and it's gonna be within 6 inches, about that far from your mouth, okay? When that happens, everything in your mouth, we're gonna hear. It's an audio close-up. This is the most intimate form of communication possible. You'll be inside someone's head.
That was lovely.
That got me 3 Grammys.
Only 3.
Just 3.
Sorry to hear that.
All I've heard is that you fist pump in the back.
You're in there alone, and you need...
Yeah, you need some feedback.
Yeah, so that's what I do.
I'm just hoping for a couple of fist pumps today.
This is going to be most of our first time going into an audio booth.
Yeah.
So what is that experience like? What are mistakes people make? What should we look out for?
Let yourself make mistakes, just like when you do your videos. It's okay to make a mistake.
Now just go for it. All right.
And just enjoy yourself.
But the main thing that you want to do when you record your audiobooks, you still want to sound like you.
I'm Keith. I'm Ned.
I'm Zach. And I'm Eugene, the best one.
What do you think about our voices?
So I was watching your videos and I have some thoughts. Everybody has a little different thing about what's going on, but you can all benefit from everything that I'm going to say at the same time.
I'd back it off just a little tiny bit, because he has high energy. Super cool.
So Ned,
Yes.
what do you think's going on with your voice?
Nah, I don't know.
It has a little bit of nasality to it.
Miles, don't do this to me. I know you're
In the back of your throat is your soft palate. And if those muscles are weak, the soft palate is low, and then all the sound goes into your nose.
Really? So I gotta work out my soft palate.
Yeah.
And for all this glamour and success and laughs, damn it, I had gotten paid a grand total of $12.70.
Watch the speed and take your time. See it as you go through it.
There's a really kind of strange exercise for your soft palate. You want to try it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now we're going to suck that sound in. So we're going to go like this.
You see, while I was doing science stuff by day, by night I was fulfilling my passion of performing comedy. I'd even auditioned for Saturday Night Live and done solo character acts. Oh, I got the fist pump. Nice.
The dance steps are a little questionable. Keep
I
on
want
the
them to
fucking
hear
microphone.
the dancing through my voice.
So Keith, you have a trained voice, right? You trained in theater and
did.
right. So in audiobooks, that might be a little bit overwhelming.
Whoa! We're Marilyn Monroeing!
It's overwhelming in real life. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shut up, Ned! In early 2014, the four of us joined Budge. It's tough to try to think through all these things, but also not overthink.
And just watch the speed a little bit because you can rock it through.
Yeah, for sure. My voice being here, I'm trying to make sure it's going out, but I'm making sure it's coming up, but I'm also trying to make sure it's not going through my nose. Somehow, in 4 years, I went from performing in front of college students on a stage to performing in front of mostly college students on videos on their phones. Now, I couldn't have planned out that journey in my 5-year plan. Do colleges still make you do that? I don't know. My point is that none of us set out to become the Try Guys.
Eugene has a really nice tone to his voice. I mean, it's got this really rich, beautiful sound to it.
Wow, I've never been told that.
But at the end of his sentences, sometimes he gets soft. And I can't hear those last couple of words or that last word.
Yeah, I didn't know I did that. I choose to label myself as defiantly unlabelable. I just said labiable.
I know, I like that one too.
That is a part of a woman.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back. I choose to label myself as defiantly unlabelable. Labelable.
Right.
Got it.
It sounds like Keith's the yin to my yang.
Sort of, yeah.
You're in my throat, I'm in your throat.
Keith, open your mouth wide and let's see if there's a little Eugene in there. Oh, there he is! I see him! I see him right there! Wow! Eugene, you were in there all along.
You're in there.
My work with the Try Guys, the unlikeliest of best friends, has consequently made me into a happier person.
Whoa. Nice tone, perfect.
Did you save me for last because we got very little to work on?
For you, I think that the thing we want to work on the most is articulation.
Zach Kornfeld. You know, I always struggle saying my own name more than anything because of the cuss consonant. Anyway.
So there's some exercises that you could do to help that. Pop, 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 pop. Right. So that's your lips. And now the tip of the tongue, we're going to say ta 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 ta. Now if you put it together, it becomes padaka, 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 padaka.
The idea was to create stop-motion movies using your Legos, but after a few videos, I realized I could broaden it to the rest of my bedroom, where, inevitably, I cast my stuffed animals in an This is where my speech gets too wordy.
Yeah, and also slow down a little bit. A trick here is to see the room as you read through it. See what the words show. You are the camera, so
Gotcha.
that's the kind of the direction.
Okay, I love that. The idea was to create stop-motion movies using your Legos. But after a few videos, I realized I could broaden it to the rest of my bedroom, where inevitably I cast my stuffed animals in instant classics such as The Blair Witch Project and Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Nicely done.
With, the appeal of an audiobook, is it, because they're getting the words no matter what.
Yeah.
But what's that added layer?
The smiles, the life, the vitality. Charles Dickens made all of his money in this country by reading his books aloud.
Really?
So did Twain. Reading is nice where you're in a room by yourself and you can get lost in something like you're reading Dostoevsky. But really, it's the performance of it.
The waves were much higher and far more frightening than they were supposed to be. A storm was brewing, and angry clouds gathered on the horizon, inching closer as the turbulent waves thrashed our dingy life raft like a rag doll.
And then Keith started vomiting.
With each wave, Keith fell deeper and deeper into an abyss of nausea.
Now, I am a survival show aficionado, so I was supposed to save the day, uniting our fractured family and swooping in during the video's climax to lead our rescue.
Yay! But that was then, this is now, and Keith was lost to us.
As the remaining three of us devised a new plan, Keith continued to heave into the water. We needed to get this video done and get our asses back to shore.
That's when we saw the shark.
Two of them, actually, both circling curiously beneath us and occasionally piercing the water surface to see what all the commotion was about.
Hey, what's all this commotion about?
That's what they said, yeah.
With dorsal fins closing in on our boat, suddenly, our death and dismemberment insurance paperwork felt very relevant.
But we were still there, and our video wasn't about to shoot itself.
No. We rushed to complete filming before Keith ran out of bodily fluids and the sharks decided to fill the voids in their own empty stomachs.
Wow,
that was great, guys. Wow, the Try Guys. You guys are great at this audiobook thing.
Writing the book was therapeutic, but reading the book out loud for the audiobook was catharsis.
My ancestors survived Japanese occupation and a civil war to relocate to, of all places, the conservative American South.
Sometimes when you write stuff down, you read it back, you're like, this doesn't read exactly how well I think it sounds in my mind. But I got to make it sound like how it sounds in my mind. All these years of coming in third or fourth with Zach had finally paid off, and I, the chef of the group, would prevail.
I'd say listen to the audiobook, if only to see how much of our random nonsense bullshit they actually edited in.
That was lovely, Eugene.
Thank you, Mary.
It was just so much fun to be in the audio booth with the other guys.
What surprised me is how much talking takes out of you. After a 3-hour session of reading and emoting and speaking, I was just so drained.
What we learned! In the audio that follows, we're gonna share a collection of philosophies that have guided us through making videos and, somewhere along the way, transformed us into better people.
This is a book about embracing failure and riding it on a bumpy but ultimately upward trajectory.
So, as you listen to this book, we want you to start thinking about some of the habits you've picked up and how they've made you less vulnerable to new experiences.
It's all about how you get back on your heels and try again.
Together, we'll all become the best versions of ourselves.
Wow, you knocked it out of the park.
Sick.
a.m. Wake up and meditate.
Buy the Try Guys audiobook and you too can get Ned doing a Mary Poppins impression.
Just a spoonful of sugar at tryguys.com/book.